Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm going to paint some pink roses. I took this reference photo. I just used my iPhone, I think it's an iPhone 13. I'm trying to think. It's a bigger iPhone. They have names like Pro Max. And I had it on portrait mode. I'm going to crop it, or I did crop it, because I'm going to paint it on an 8" by 8" cradled wood panel. I've got clear gesso on it. I think I am gonna paint it dark. I haven't done a really dark background, and I'm gonna use primary colors. Okay guys, let's have some fun. Okay, let's set the table. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've talked about this at all. I use this 3/4 inch flat brush from Royal and Langnickel. It's really getting beaten up, loved. And just did a kind of diagonal back and forth. Phthalo blue and black, a little bit of white. When I got down here, I added a little bit of magenta, so it looks a little more purple. I'm assuming you can see that. It's also starting to get dark out. Put a little more light on it, maybe that helps. I let it dry, gosh, for a couple hours. I dried it with a hairdryer and let it dry for a couple hours. And then I had printed out my photo, cropped to size, scribbled on the back with actually some light blue chalk pastel, so I could see it, and then I came back over the blue with white. This one I think is a new NU pastel. I think this one's just Blick Art Materials. I'm wanting my roses to be looser, but I trace quite a bit of detail. I just haven't painted roses as often as daisies. So some of it just comes with painting them over and over and over again. If I really wanted to get better at roses more quickly, I would paint several rose paintings in a row. I simplified the glass jar a bit, which I like. Let's see, I'm gonna look for the reference photo here. It has some details. It's a mason jar, so I left out a lot of those details. And then if you want, I don't always do this, but like where I'm sort of that's either a highlight or a waterline, then you move over all the stems one way, like to the left a little bit, because it'll refract looking through the glass. I left mine straight. Just used a little bit of color. I did put in some white here. The glass could be done. I painted the stems first and just varied the colors of the stems a little bit. I did bring it over onto the bottom. I could put a little more detail on there. I don't know if I will. We'll see. I've painted some aqua leaves in the my light's coming from like right over here. I don't know if it'll all fit in here. Maybe if I tuck it under. Okay, kind of from over this way. I've got more than one light source in my reference photo. But I may come back. Oh, I was using a craft brush. It's just a small round craft brush. I don't know what number it is. I did use this brush a little bit, I think I'll use this for the roses. It's a 1/2 inch angle brush from Royal and Langnickel. I don't know, I could come back. Here's what I was gonna say. I can warm them up a little bit. A little. What's nice is I can just glaze some yellow right over it. And if I don't like that, I can come back and change it again. I do like this leaf quite a bit, and it's quite loose. I have changed it a couple times. Sorry guys, I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'm just tired. It hasn't really been a long day or anything. I've had a really nice day, but I just don't seem to be chatting coherently. So my colors are titanium white, cad yellow medium hue, quinacridone magenta, phthalo blue green shade, and Mars black. That's my blue-black background color. The phthalo blue green shade, they're all Liquitex, they're all basics, except for the phthalo blue green shade is a heavy body. And I think this tube is about done. Okay guys, I think that sets the table. I'll be back tomorrow. I thought I'd pop in and chat for a minute. So I'm using, I think I've mentioned this before, a combination of this 1/2 inch angle brush and a craft round brush. I don't know what size it is. And I mixed a darker color, which I may need more. Like if I get too light, then I can go darker. So it's purple. But I also wasn't thinking about how the magenta, the quinacridone magenta, is semi-transparent. So on this dark blue background, it's quite dark. I've got wet parts of my roses. I painted these because, well, I could have painted this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this one comes over that one. So I painted these 3 first. And I think they're going to be darker. If they're not dark enough, I'll come back. Well, here. I'll come back and darken them. Let's see if I can get that in there. I can. I like, let's see how I want to say it. They're loose. They're a little looser. They look like they're in the same, I don't know what word to use. They look similar to the leaves. Sometimes, like, I've got some videos, I think some old ones, where maybe the leaves are tight and then the flowers are loose, or vice versa. But I think everything looks similar, which is great. I was a little bit worried, if I didn't mention this already, that this looks like water, but when you get the roses on it, and it covers up a lot of the background, it really pushes it back. And I like that I've got this loose streak up there. So I'm building from darks to lights. And I'm thinking, as I'm looking at this, that this should be lighter over here. Oh, when I mix these, so this is quinacridone with some yellow and white to warm it up. Now, you could just put white in it. And same with this one. It's like a version of this with some yellow and white in it. And then I even mix some lighter. I like to add yellow just to keep it a little warmer. I don't always. But anyway, I was thinking that might be too light. Just to kind of round it a little more. Okay, guys, I think that gets us up to speed. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, what do you guys think? I like it. It's definitely shape driven. So what do I mean by that? There's a lot of shapes. So I suppose what would be easy is, this is a triangle shape. But especially in this one, some shapes are kind of softer. Some are a little stronger. Here. Well, this is kind of it's two shapes that come together. Oh, I wonder if I remember to put in some of the greens. I could put one up in here. I think we're pretty good. I think I can just leave it. Yeah, so really paint the shapes you see. That's like an arch, parenthesis shape, and then paint the values. It goes from darker to lighter. I went straight up to white to get more drama in the painting. But you could paint it more realistically. Here, I'm going to get my reference photo. If you didn't happen to see the beginning of this video, I took this. I had bought some roses and I took this photo. Whoops, it turned. There. You could paint it more like this. I don't know that I have any other comments. I think the dark background's fun. I like doing that. I do it every so often. Oh, I've got here, I'll link it in this video's description. I've got I think it's a black bear. That's really neat. You might like that one. Okay, so screenshot. I'm going to try to hold it a little closer. That might be halfway square. And we'll do a tour. If you guys have any ideas for painting titles, let me know. You all are so creative. It's really fun. The comments are amazing. I really appreciate that. The glass turned out really nice. It's quite simple. It does go over onto the bottom. Okay, guys. Let me know if you give this one a try or if you've painted roses. If you want to share your paintings with me, you can do that in my Leslee Troe Art Friends Facebook group. We ask a couple of questions just to know that you're a human. You can just say, I don't want to answer, or, just something to let us know you're a person. I could not be a full-time artist without you. I super appreciate your support. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.